Hey everyone, I'm back home. It started getting cold up there, so came back here, and I'm gonna be finishing out the last few days all in once because it was a little tricky trying to do all that up there. But I'm working on it. I'm working on a solution so that I can do it more conveniently to get videos out more daily when I'm out in the field. But for now, we're just gonna go over, like a night two and onward. It was really exciting what was found in the preliminaries. But first things first, like on the second night, I was able to actually get the system up and running with the FLIR and gimbal, and here you can check it out.
All right, so I had to get two phones to get this to work. I'm gonna have to get another Android phone so I can control the Xbox controller to make this easier. But for now, you can kind of see what's happening. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a delay, and I haven't been able to fix the focus yet. But this thing's coming together. Haven't put the plastic bag over it. That's gonna be the next step. But this could potentially be a game changer. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh?
So, as you can tell, all I'm using is the camera, so you can see what I'm doing. But what I ended up doing was actually recording me walking outside, and I could actually follow myself through the tree lines. It was really cool. Unfortunately, in my great excitement, when I was done, I went and took the gimbal down from the Jeep, and I just turned off the FLIR right away. And I forgot to stop record, so I don't have that footage anymore. So next time I'm down there, I'm gonna do the test again. This time with the plastic bag over and the shell, and go from there. Then the next day for day three, the whole purpose right now is one, just getting familiar with the area because you have to be familiar with the terrain to be effective in anything, and two, finding water sources because my hypothesis is the area where they're going to be coming from, the direction into where we are, is going to be from wherever the water sources are. So the next day, there's not much footage of it, but there is footage of finding a water source, and so I'll let that clip play right now.
Look what we found here. We've been looking for a water source, and we found it.
Yeah, we did.
Tim and I, yeah. Tim's been helping me, like I was saying, and we're pretty excited. So this right here is something we're looking for. We're going to try to find more of because this tells us that most likely animals, in this case something like a Sasquatch, is going to come through this area before it comes down into where we're parked, where it's more arid. So this is a perfect area to start inspecting and hone in on. So we'll probably check this out more tomorrow. Ready to head back?
Let's do it.
The reason this is such an awesome find is because as you'll notice, this whole area is like really arid. It's a high altitude desert, and so obviously water source is going to be important for any number of animals up there. So find it is a key piece of this whole puzzle of understanding the terrain, the landscape, and the environment, and most likely where to look, most likely where to direct our attention towards. And so that was it for that day. But the next day we go back to the same spot, Tim and we start heading up. And I'm just gonna show you what we find, because spoiler alert, it's a lot of water.
Hi, what's that?
So this looks like a still.
Yeah?
Looks like a
Oh, that's cool.
barrel maybe for moonshining or something, which is a great, yeah, it's a great identifier for water, a good water source.
Oh, really? How come?
Well, because moonshining, they use a lot of water, and they need a constant flow of water to cool down their tanks.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
I don't know if Tim was right or not on that being a still, but there was a lot more water to find further up.
Found some more water. and it looks like it's getting greener. So this is a really good sign.
And then, of course, we found more water.
We found actual water running.
Then more. And, of course, more.
Look at that live vegetation growing right there.
Look at this. We have we've been going up here for a little bit of ways so far, in some deep in the canyon now, and there's just tons of water coming out, and it looks like it's here all year round based on all the vegetation that we can see. So this is a really good sign. Again, you know, like perfect place to hide, really great climate here, and plenty of water so far.
About the 30th hole we've seen.
Yeah.
Good size too.
And the more further up we go, the more like the water's trickling, the more water there is. So
Yep.
That's what I call mission success. Honestly, I didn't know how long it would take to find water and to find that much water. But the fact that we found it is a huge success. What this is doing is that this is painting a picture of the landscape, of potential movements of wildlife, in this case, the North American hominid. Now we can make some guesses and test them out by saying, well, most likely the route they're going to be taking is from the area of this canyon down into the arid lands where it's more open to hunt, to spy on people, do whatever they do the same way the animals do. So this allows us to start planning where we should set up our camps, where we should be staying, and areas that we should be focusing on. So this is really big. This is really exciting. And this is something that you can use too in the future to help you better figure out how to plan and create like your own like operation to set something up to have success. So I'll be heading down there again soon when it starts warming up again. And then on the last day, Friday, which was just a couple days ago, I went and met up with Glenn to help Glenn with one of his projects that he's working on in another area nearby that's also having a lot of activity. And we set up some pretty cool incognito wiring that's going to be kind of like a little like audio trap in an area that's a good choke point near the river down there, in hopes of getting a chatter or something moving through that we hopefully will be able to identify or not identify, depending on what it is, that may be Sasquatch related.
So right now, we are setting up this line. I don't know if you can see it, to create a little audio trap. This is Glenn's baby. It's his project, and we're setting it up along the Arkansas River, where hopefully we might capture some audio of people hearing weird things out here during the summertime. So we're setting it up now with hopes that we'll be able to create it. And he's put it in this choke point here near the railroad track to see what happens. And there he is right now.
You're videoing me?
Yeah, I'm letting people know about your little this project, your audio trap.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say?
No idea if this will work, but the whole point behind this is one of our witnesses said they've heard voices coming from some of these thickets while they were fishing here at night, and other odd occurrences. So this is why it's an area of interest, and so we're setting up this audio trap to hopefully catch weird sounds. It would be awesome if we could actually catch the vocalizations long term so we can actually have 15-20 minutes of talking and understand that, if that's what's going on. But we're setting up 3 microphones about 100 feet apart to hopefully show us their route of egress, or ingress and egress. Hopefully they're coming along this ditch. So we're hiding the cable out here in the so kids don't find it. But we have to crawl through the bushes. So there we go.
Well, there you have it. It's definitely an adventure. I'm finishing up my my 5-day outing, and I'm gonna go help Glenn in these thick bushes with this cord. So, talk to you later. Bye.
There you have it. There's the first 5 days down and many days to go. Obviously, like in these areas, we've been getting a lot of reports for over a year now, so it's building up to this. Because now it's going to be the boots on the ground, and we're going to be employing some of the strategies and tactics that I used successfully up in my neck of the woods, which you can see on the documentary that I made a couple of years ago, and seeing if we can repeat it, but this time with some of the gear we have and some of the assets that are going to be coming along to get some really good documentation. But we're close. We're close. I can't wait to go down there. The warmer it gets, the more animals will be moving around and active, myself included, more people as well. That gentleman Tim that you saw in the video, he's actually going to be staying down that area. He has like a camper. He's there a lot off and on. So I'm hoping that he'll be like one of like our sentries to give us some information if something does happen. He's in an area where encounters have already taken place, and he's set up in a perfect spot so that if something wanted to get close to his camper, they could do so, because there's like this ditch, this really deep ditch that runs like right along like his camping area, and that's what we suspect is used to go back and forth for the interactions and sightings that have occurred a little further down from where he's at. And by a little further, we're just talking like maybe 150 meters, like so really close. So that hopefully will also be like a, one of our LPs listening and observation posts kind of thing. Like he'll let us know if something occurs. So all this is happening now in real time, and pretty soon we'll be able to hopefully capture some documentation. But for now, the more recon and more planning we do, the better. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, share, become a member, help us out, so that we can just keep doing this, so we can do this well, so that I can stay out there longer. Anyway, thank you so much, and till next time, I'll see you out in the field.